I was literally in the middle of giving you a compliment. I was saying that you kind
Go
of
ahead.
you kind of have a good reading voice. Good Lord. Jeez, I can't
Well, that's
compliment you
great,
guys
mate.
now.
A lot of people like me on the app, actually. It's great to be here.
That's awesome. Okay, so to answer your question, I am perfectly fine with God bringing down his judgment on the nation of Amalek because of their sin and their rebellion and what they've done against him, especially when they attacked Israel. And God, as of God's judgment, he says that he's going to wipe Amalek from the face of the earth. So I'm perfectly fine with
So,
God's judgment and his holy judgment. Are you?
so you believe that it's okay to unalive infant, suckling baby children, innocent children, innocent infant children?
Poisoning in the well doesn't help. I just answered your question. Now I'm asking you: are you okay with
But you
God's?
didn't, my friend.
Hold
You
on,
said that people.
excuse me. Are you okay with God sending down his judgment and wiping out the nations, including the children? Do you have a problem with that?
You're talking about natural disaster or an order given to soldiers to go and unalive suckling infant children, innocent infant.
I'll ask again. Do you have a problem with God through his wrath and his judgment having an entire nation wiped out, including the children? Do you have a problem with that?
Yes, so I'm answering your question. One of them is a natural disaster. The other one is an order given to soldiers in your
Do you
Bible
have a
to go
problem?
and unalive
Do you have a
infants,
problem?
suckling baby
Excuse
and
me.
children.
You didn't
So
answer
you
the
agree to
question.
that?
You
You
didn't answer the
agree to the
question.
unaliving of infant
Go ahead and
babies?
mute up. It sounds like you're unable to answer the question. Notice how I was able to answer your question straight away, but for some
But you
reason
didn't
you
answer
can't
it. I'm
answer the
sorry.
question. So answer the question. Do you have a problem
You didn't
with
answer the
God's
question.
judgment? And now you already, bro. Thanks for coming, man.
My brother, you refer
Thanks for
to it as
coming.
the people of Amalek.
Thanks for coming. I don't understand, guys. Why are they so afraid? I answered his question. I just asked the same question back to him, and now he can't answer? I'm confused. I am confused. He malfunctioned super early. We didn't even get to get into it. Thanks for trying, Hawk.
No logic. What's happening?
What did you call me?
What's your name?
What did you call me?
No logic.
Why'd you come up insulting me?
I'm not insulting you.
Yeah, you're calling me a no logic. Why are you insulting me?
Hey, you ain't God logic.
So if
I
I'm not God logic. I rely on God's logic. Why you come up insulting me?
I'm not insulting you, man. Let's get to the topic, man.
No, I want to know why you come up insulting me.
I'm not insulting you, man.
Are you mad that I'm exposing your handicap God?
Why would I get mad?
It sounds like you got a chip on your shoulder, man. You come up all, disrespectful.
Did that strike your nerve? Did that strike your nerve?
I just want to know why, man. Like you mad because I'm exposing your pedophile prophet? Is that what it is?
I call it like I see it.
You call it like you see it?
First of all. Yeah, but first of all,
what?
Let's not get disrespectful.
Respect my religion. Wait, you started off disrespectful. What are you talking about? I'm just giving you the same energy.
I said no logic.
Are you mad that I'm out here exposing your handicapped God, 2 right arms, 1 little shin? You're a child-loving prophet. You mad that, is that why you're coming up disrespectful? Because I'm exposing his falsehood, that loose tooth prophet you got, that white prophet, white slave owner you got. You mad that I'm exposing him?
Let's get to the topic, man.
Now let's get to the topic. So this is what I suggest. This is what I suggest, though. If you want it cool, hold on, truth. Hold on. If you want it cool, you want it lighthearted, you want to have a good time, come respectful. If you want that other energy, I will gladly give it. I have no problem giving it. And I won't insult you. I won't talk about you. I'm just gonna we just go, what we gonna do, y'all? When they insult us, what we gonna do, y'all? What's the only thing we gonna do, y'all?
I'm not insulting.
What do we do when they insult? Come on, y'all know what we do. We just read, man. We just read.
Why you so sensitive,
matter of fact, hold on, man. Let me bring this up real quick. Hold on, mute up real quick. Just go ahead and mute up. Be quiet for a second. Let me just we just gonna read, man. We just gonna read. That's it. Let me pull this. Let me pull some stuff up, man. Let me pull some stuff up. Hold on 1 second. We just gonna read. We just gonna read.
Your title is clickbait, bro. You don't even want to discuss that title.
We just gonna read, dog.
You all cap, man.
We just gonna read. Hold on. Go sit down in the audience real quick, big dog. Go sit down in the audience real quick. It's just while we get it, while we pull up a couple of our favorite little sources here. Just go on and chill out for a second, man, while we pull out some. We just gonna read, man. We just gonna read here. I just want to read something about your dirty little prophet. I just want to read something about your dirty little prophet, your dirty prophet. Let's go read some. Let's go read some. Watch this. All right, yeah. Let's go to Sunan on the side, 327. Sunan on the side. We're going to go to Sunan on the side, 327, man. Let's go. Sunan on the side, 327, man. Let's go read something about your dirty little prophet. Let's read something. Come on, man. What we doing there, man? What in the actual what we doing here? Let me show you what we doing here, man. Let me go ahead and share this. Let me read something about your dirty little prophet, your stanky prophet, bro. Sunan on the side, 327. It was narrated from Ibn Abi Sa'id al-Kurdi that his father said, hold on, let me expand this a bit. There we go. I passed by the prophet when he was performing wudu from the well of Buda'a. I said, are you performing wudu from it when garbage is thrown into it? Watch what your stupid prophet said. He said, water is not made impure by anything. Water, make sure you guys drink your water, is not impure by anything. So your prophet is bathing and performing wudu in a well of garbage. But that's not all. It actually gets worse. Garbage, dead dogs, period, blood, all that kind of stuff. That's what your nasty little prophet was bathing and purifying himself with. Because water is not impure by anything. Nasty prophet. Told y'all, man, look, we could keep it cool. We could keep it cool. And I won't bring your sources up right here. And by the way, just in case somebody's asking, what grade is that? That's Sahih, man. That's authentic. Y'all can't go against it. I want to keep it cool. I want to keep it cool. I want to keep it cool. We can have theological discussion. We don't gotta, you come up disrespectful. I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I'm gonna just read. If you come up disrespectful, I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I'm just gonna read, man. That's it. I'm just gonna read. Man, sorry for the 9 wives that had to sleep with this man. Can't imagine how he smelled. Bathing and stuff that, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what the deal is. I can't imagine that. So y'all come respectful, we good. We good. How you doing? Oh, sorry, hold on 1 second. 1 second, my friend. All right, there we go. All right. Go ahead.
Yep. Yeah, so basically, how are you, bro?
I'm good, man. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I actually want to take you back to the topic you were discussing with this guy, one who submits about Tawheed and how we don't worship one God. My question is simple.
Wait, hold on. That's not my topic, bro. That's not my topic. That was just a little segue, that I allowed for that particular situation. But That's not the topic of the day.
Let's discuss the topic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go ahead then. So you said Jesus is God. Changed my mind. Jesus couldn't be God.
Why not?
It's impossible for Jesus to be God.
Why?
Because Jesus is contingent. If Jesus is taken out of the world, creation will continue.
Wait, you said
Jesus was not necessary.
You said Jesus is contingent? How so?
There was a time he was not alive, and there was a time he stopped being around the earth. He stopped being on the earth.
Can you show me where the Bible says that there was a time where he wasn't alive, where he didn't exist? Because that's what you mean by alive, right?
He was not alive.
But according to the Bible, he pre-existed his human birth.
What part of the Bible said who?
All of the Bible. Even Jesus says that.
Who in particular?
Even Jesus himself says, "Before Abraham was, I am." So he even says that he existed before Abraham.
Who wrote those words for Jesus?
I'm sorry?
Who wrote those words for Jesus?
It doesn't matter. That's what Jesus said in the gospel.
It does. So you just read a book and you don't care who wrote the book?
Well, you're talking about the Bible, right?
Yes. So
okay. So according, just really quick before you question the source, the reliability. According to the Bible, Jesus clearly says that he pre-existed his human birth, right?
So according to the Bible, who really?
Jesus.
To the Bible?
According to Jesus, he says he says, "Before Abraham was, I am." So according to Jesus himself, in the Bible at least, he existed before his human birth, right?
Okay, so my question is very simple. You're saying according to Jesus in the Bible. Jesus,
are you able before you ask me another question, my friend? It sounds like this is going to be pretty short and quick. Are you able to answer the question? Are you able to acknowledge that, at least according to the Bible, Jesus himself says that he existed before he was born? Can you acknowledge that?
Yeah, according to the Bible.
Okay, good.
According to the Bible, that is what it says.
Good. So according to the Bible, hold on. So according to the Bible, Jesus is necessary and not a contingent being, correct?
I can contest what the Bible says.
That's right. That's right. You can disagree with what the Bible says. However, I'm just asking, from the Bible, it shows that Jesus is not contingent, right?
Yes, but I can contest that.
Okay. All right. So, all right, go ahead. How would you contest it?
Well, first, I will question the originality of the source itself.
How so?
Where does the source come from? Hold on. When we say the Bible, then we have to question, how did the Bible come about? Right? That is the first thing. You don't just take a book and then read the book and trust what is in the book without
So what? Yeah, I got that. What reasonings do you have to doubt its authenticity?
One, we don't know the chain upon which the Bible was published.
The what?
Who wrote the first books? Who? Let me finish.
The disciple John. The disciple.
Who wrote the first books.
The disciple John. That's why it's called the Gospel according to John. He wrote it. What evidence do you have to suggest otherwise?
John wrote the Gospel according to John?
Yeah.
Okay, that's very simple. Let's check. You said John wrote the Gospel according to John. Well, you have more than one Gospel, and we have seen where they contradict each other. So I don't know.
Nice little red herring claim that doesn't work here. You have multiple Qurans and they contradict each other. I have 3 of them on my desk. Come on, man. Any day now.
Okay, I'm here. Amen.
Shoobadoop, dabadup, doobadoop, dabadadup, doodup. Shoobadoop, dabadup, doobadoop, dabadadup, doodup. What are you doing? Hello, Rogers. What you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm reading several sources, and all I can see is that some claim that it was written by John, but not all church fathers agree with this.
What church father disagrees that John wrote John?
Okay.
Hello. What church father says that John didn't write John?
Authorship can be. Let me finish.
No. You said that not all church fathers agree that it's John. What church father disagrees that John wrote the Gospel of John?
Well, you can read from present church fathers. You can read from.
Give me one. Give me a church father. Please.
There are a lot of.
Give me a church father that says that John didn't write John. I need the quote. I need the name and the quote.
So I'm telling you, Keith Long. Keith Long is
not a church father.
A pastor, an author.
Take care, man. Yeah, you're wasting my time.
He's a pastor and an author, right? So,
man, what an embarrassment.